Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? Real diversity here. We are in back. It's been a while. I was on vacation last week. If you listen to my last video, I made a quick little video while on vacation, just kind of going over the new cards that they had released. I've had terrible luck getting cards, honestly, and I don't have anything to make any new decks. So I've been kind of like, that's unfortunate, but I have been just playing some just decks I wanted to play because this is one of the better times right now to be playing Pocket. Not to say that there's bad times to play Pocket, but this is one of the most diverse times to be playing Pocket right now because every time I play, I start a match, I'm seeing something completely new. I'm going against things I've just never seen before, and it is just crazy right now. And that just really makes me happy to like just play just decks that I wanted to, or was thinking about playing last season but didn't get to play. So one of the things is we're playing I just made this Espeon deck, just completely made on my own. And I'm just been trying to see what I can do to just make it work. So I just been making improvements pretty much after match. So let me go to the deck here for you guys. These are all my wonderful decks that remember when the game started, it was first it was only like what was like 50, it was like 10 deck slots or something like this. So now we're up to 25. It's crazy. I wonder, I'm not big on like the technical software side of things, but I wonder how they're able to do that. If anyone knows, drop a comment. How are they able to expand how many decks we can have in the game? Does it expand the software that we download more space for our phones to hold more of the data itself, or do they gain more servers that allow them to hold more of our information, like our decks and stuff? I'm curious on that. Who does anyone know what how they're able to expand the deck sizes here? Okay, so here anyways, this is the deck I named the new experiment because I'm just trying it out. So this deck runs with Espeon, Indeedee, Chingling, and one non-EX Espeon, because we kept running to a lot of Oricorio, and once we run to Oricorio, we just have to concede. So this is our kind of to offset Oricorio, honestly. And then I think it allows us to one-shot. Let me check real quick. Do we do plus or is it times? Okay, times. So just 50. We have so much healing though that we can pretty much heal this card. And we should just be able to beat up Oricorio with just healing alone. So we don't have to really worry about, even if Oricorio comes out and we have to fight it, like long as we go into attacking Oricorio first, we should just be able to out heal it. We have two Professor Center Ladies, which I may take out to just one, because sometimes getting set up, we may need a little bit more help getting set up. But again, I've been just playing as we go, and I've been playing on here in this Crimson event, and I wonder what my win rate is, if I can see. I don't think I can see. I'm curious what my win rate is, because oh yes, I meant to go to the daily because I always end up forgetting to collect the daily. Oh, we just did that. I'm sorry. Okay, let's jump into the match. And let's see what we get if we look up. So this match may be short, maybe a short video here. Try to keep these videos a little bit more condensed because I end up going like 40-minute long videos. So we're gonna try to keep this one as condensed as possible for you guys. And yeah, but always the long videos are always great. We get a lot of gameplay, but yeah, sometimes I think shorter is better. So also a nice little stall you can just do. Chingling and Indeedee, really strong stall there for a while. And we do run one giant cape, so sometimes we can just like even get Indeedee up to 50 HP, and it's pretty tough on our opponent to do anything. A Giratina, interesting. Maybe it looks like an old school Giratina, straight into space, broken space bellow. Interesting. All right. Well, we go first here. He kind of just met his maker here going into us because we are running Indeedee. So the more he powers up, the more dangerous Indeedee becomes. So, and he cannot evolve. So very strong counter deck here. He may assume this is a Mega Ulterior deck, which now I think about it, we did take a lot of pieces from Mega Ulterior, but this is very, very, very much just a Espeon deck that pretty much, I guess you could say, stole a lot of the mechanics from we'll do one of each, right? Just pick one of each back. We stole quite a bit of mechanics from it's Mega Ulterior, but I really these are just the best cards that are in the meta right now. Indeedee and Chingling, like, and then when you see these cards on the front end, they don't seem to hold much value, right? On the front end, I don't think people saw much value in Chingling, right? I don't think people was like, oh, Chingling's a really, really strong card. I don't think people saw the value in Chingling like that. I think Chingling was more. Oh, are you gonna retreat here? Oh, no. Are you gonna space Bellow here? Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to get a little bit. All right, good deal. If I know we was gonna pull Espeon, I would have just kept both EVs, because it would have stayed the same, right? It would have just stayed the same. If I'd known that, I would have just pulled both EVs. But okay, let's look at the numbers here. You're at 4, 30, 30. So we're doing 12. Wait, he's in knockout range. So I don't know why he thought this was a good idea, because he's in knockout range from Indeedee here. And I think even without the red, so I don't know what his thought process there was. So I was like, even with the red, we should be good. But I think even without red, he's took that 20 damage from Indeedee, so he's in knockout range there. He should have put 1 energy on his Froakie. Even then, yeah, because even with red, we wouldn't have been able to get the knockout there. So even if Greninja comes in, that's fine. Well, maybe not fine. Yeah, it is fine, because we have so much healing. Yeah, we have so much healing that even if Indeedee is getting pinged, we can just heal. I mean, not Indeedee. Even if even if you try to do like a double kill with Indeedee and Chingling, he can't, because even if he's pinging Chingling, he will never be able to knock out Indeedee, because Indeedee could just keep healing. So he was in a rock and a hard place there. We were just a perfect match into that deck. So nothing he could have done there better. Yeah, so just a perfect counter deck, honestly. Well, just not, I wouldn't say perfect, but like, we just shut him down because we had Chingling, so he could never get into Greninja. By the time he got his Giratina set up, we knocked it out before he could even do anything. So yeah, just hard countered there for sure. All right. Also, funny enough, I'm back home right now, and it's like a full circle moment because I'm currently at the washer right now, and I haven't had to use like a laundromat in like years. But funny enough, just because I'm back home, I don't have anything to wash right now, so it's like a full circle moment. Because I remember months ago I was in a similar situation, not months, but maybe years ago. It's in a similar situation. Okay, he goes May here into, and luckily we. I'll say I would love to see Indeedee here. I really would not like to see another Chingling, because that would just kind of hurt me. Okay, perfect. Exactly what we needed to see here. We can't ask for better. And honestly, I'm going to set up Eevee, but Chingling here, I mean, I'm going to set up Eevee, but Indeedee here may be a better option, especially if he gets anything set up here. But I don't think he's going to get anything set up for a while, so we should be good. Especially with Chingling here, because he's going to have to retreat and that type of thing, right? So hopefully no red card, or he can't red cards. Hopefully no Mars, though. I doubt he'll waste a turn this time Marsing unless he just has no other trainer card. And with that being said, we're right here with Espeon. Okay. Oh, does that give himself? Also, I never thought about Ignition. Does that give? Okay, it gives him the Flame too. So I would now I feel conflicted, but we swing pretty hard here with Espeon, and I think he'll probably just concede here once I evolve, I'd imagine. Yeah, okay, I have to say, yeah, he just probably concede there, just hoping I didn't have Espeon there, and he would have survived at least another turn. But yeah, Indeedee might have been the smarter play there, because even then, I was expecting him really to retreat there. But yeah, if he stayed right there, and I went Indeedee, I think we still get the knockout. Yeah, so. But if he retreated, that would have made Indeedee pretty much less valuable in that situation. That's why I went Espeon. I was like, you can't go wrong here, because then the long term in that battle is he retreats into like Moltres. He maybe flame patches. He can't even flame patch in that situation because Chingling. So we're like, it's just a very strong counter right now to everything. But the meta is so shooken up, but Indeedee still has so much. Chingling still has so much value. People just don't know to just still play it, and either that or just I don't know why no one's playing Chingling as much anymore. It still is an extremely strong card. All right, I would love to see like Copycat here, or he red cards us or something like that. That would be great. Mars is us, because I do not appreciate this hand at all. All right, now I appreciate this hand because we have the non-EX Espeon. So we just need to hope we see something useful to throw energy on next turn. That's all I want to see. I want to be able to put energy on next turn. There was a time I was running Jirachi in this deck, but it just felt so clunky with Jirachi because then, even though you would think it's the same because, again, Mega Ulterior and that sort of thing. But the reason sometimes Jirachi play worked with Mega Ulterior is because if you came in with Swablu, you could potentially, if you came in with Swablu, you could potentially put your opponent to sleep for that extra turn. Because a lot of times when you're throwing energy on Jirachi, now you can attack with your Mega Ulterior or, in this case, my Espeon for 2 turns. So it's really, really tough on us. So did he go through both Pokeballs? Wow. Wow, okay. But. Unfortunately, have to hand dump here because we really need to see a basic. And even though we already have the non-EX Espeon, we gotta get a better hand here. Indeedy. That's something. So I won't be upset about that. That's something. That's a threat for later on, especially into Magnet Zone. What I would imagine he starts doing though is throwing energy on Oricorio. So we really need to see Eevee next turn. Or we just lose to Oricorio, but he doubled in. So it's interesting. And we can't really do any damage on him outside of Espeon here. So if he does throw energy here into Oricorio, then we just play Indeedee on the front just to kind of stall here. So you don't want to lose Chingling just yet. Okay, Espeon, did need to see you, buddy. Sucks his hand only had 3 cards in it last turn, so he already went through all his items, so I'm not really worried about anything like that. What he could do here is he could go into Magna Zone, especially a Magna Zone that runs off of like that does the 90 and makes you flip a coin. That Magna Zone would actually be pretty tough to deal with. Especially because then we'd have to flip a coin and hope we get what we needed there. So it's up to him what he does here. Okay. Dang it, it makes me wish I saved that Copycat longer. Hence, his hand is huge now. Copycat's not as great right now because of the okay, that's something. That's something. All right. Because of the chance of a knockout on Indeedee, Indeedee has so much value for us right now. I don't want to give him up yet, so that's why we're playing Indeedee here. But if he does Cyrus us, that's tricky for us. And so unfortunately, like May was great there, but not that early, unfortunate though. And now he's just been building energy on everything here. It's gonna be really tough here. Pretty much the perfect start he could have had. Yeah, Oricorio is just doing his job here. So it all comes down to us getting the right EV here. We already used May so early, so it's just a luck here. It's luck thing here. I was gonna say the best thing we could get right now is probably research. Or if not, just draw straight into Espeon, okay? Okay, this thins out our deck a little bit for next turn, so that's not too bad either. I cannot, unfortunately, cannot sacrifice or give them Eevee or anything like that yet. So, and Didi here is kind of a sitting duck. And we honestly are in danger of getting Cyrus knocked out next turn. I think after another 50 here, from if Magnezone comes in, or actually, what do you do? Oh shoot, I forgot. Oh, never mind. We lose to I forgot. Yeah, I forgot he does 120. I would have just conceded last turn if I had known that. I forgot he does 120. Unfortunate. Oricorio is that's exactly why we run the Espeon, because Oricorio is so threatening right now. So if you guys don't know, Oricorio is not a bad option to play. Not many people are playing EXs honestly right now, but yeah, most decks I'm trying to run lately seems like Oricorio hard walls us, so it's something you definitely got to keep in your thing right now. But it's it's just a card that just never goes away. So unfortunately, I'm trying to work around it. It's so tough right now. I'm thinking about maybe taking out one Chingling for something like a Jirachi, maybe to just make that matchup a little easier, and that sort of thing. So I don't know. Let's actually make that change, because I've run into Oricorio too much to not go ahead and make an adjustment yet. So, all right, let's do it. 1 second. All right, what I've decided to do is take out one Chingling for Sylveon. And I think this change will be valuable more so than me throwing in like Jirachi in there, because this way we lead with, so in those cases that we don't ever see Oricorio, this change allows us to always more consistently lead with Eevee, which is fine. If we lead Eevee, which is I think what this deck really wants to do 90% of the time, is lead Eevee, get into Sylveon. But in those cases that we don't have much luck and we can get into Eevee, and then we can hopefully find our Espeon quicker with Sylveon in this deck. So that's what this deck is trying to do. I think the only issue here is less consistent with Chingling starts, which is fine. We don't always need Chingling, and that's pretty much it. So Chingling's just great early game, just to give us. I really want Chingling in this deck just for those awkward turn ones where we just are bad. Our opponent goes first, our second, and they're getting energy on, and we don't. So at least Chingling kind of keeps a balance, at least where like they're still hindered a little bit, especially if you lead Chingling and then get into like. Okay, so we still luckily going Chingling here. Funny enough. So solid hand here, I think. It depends on what we draw next. We're going first, so awesome. So we're restricting them with they can't do any growth things here. So here's a good play we could make early. Okay, we do get Indeedee. I don't know if I want to see Indeedee here. Let's use May here and just see what we get. Okay, Eevee. We do get Eevee. So we're gonna turn one back. I think what we're gonna do here. Did we give up Indeedee for options here? So we have options, or do we just say F it? Let's try to get an early knockout with Espeon next turn. Darn. All right, let's just commit to this play then here. This way it keeps my hand small, because this deck does run Copycat, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm pretty sure this deck runs like double Copycat. I think I like lost this deck because they was able to set up so quickly with two Copycats back to back. So at least this allows us, if he throws energy on it. Oh wait, no, it doesn't even allow us to knock out next turn. So that was actually a poor play. Actually a poor man's play there, because we don't even get the knockout. We only do. I always forgot this. Espeon doesn't do the plus. It only does. I'm sorry. It only does the times 20 for each enemy. Oh, but it's all our opponent's Pokemon, so that's not bad though. So he may be able to get into evolution here. Okay, good deal. Oof. Now that makes me wonder. And I wonder if you know what it feels to find. Yeah, I don't think the Espeon play is going to work here. We actually misplayed a bit. I don't know why I thought I was going to get a knockout here. early knockout here. So let's just, I feel like his hand's going to get shrunken after this turn. And there is the Espeon. Okay, good deal. Let's just commit to the Espeon play here. And it would be really nice to go ahead and get a knockout here on him. Okay, let's go ahead and set up the second Eevee. No reason not to. This is all of our basics, so no reason to ever hold this back unless we're going against the Suicune deck. And let's see. Next turn, we should be good to roll. Only issue here, and is if we do luck up. I'll scare myself by accident. Oh my gosh, I just scared myself. Okay, he does get. Oh no, that makes things tricky here because now we can't retreat. But he gets a knockout here, so maybe he doesn't knock us here. What do you do here, sir? No growth extract, but he can obviously just play it next turn, and then he'll have the advantage here. But losing this one, kind of okay. Good. Yeah, go ahead and attack. This takes a lot of power out of. Even if he evolves next turn, it takes a lot of power out of his hand. So this worked out really nicely for us. Only thing I could say here is I would just love to see a Giant Cape and we just start rolling here. We're gonna research here and Giant Cape, and we should secure a win here. There it is. All right, keeps us very, very hard to deal with, and we get a knockout. So he's only the max damage he's gonna be able to do, even if he evolves next turn, is only gonna be we're at 2 retreat, so I think the max he's gonna do is 90 or so. So with all the healing we got going on, we're good. Again, the struggles of going second, or first, I mean, because if we had went, we did a good job. That's just exactly what Chingling's here for. I don't know if this hand didn't go as perfect as it did, if this match would have been as close as it is. But yeah, so yeah, I was expecting to see quick grow extract. I think that was holding him back at least last turn for sure. He does it on Whimsicott. This is a very strong deck, just how quick it can get going. Yep, I knew you had 2 of those in there. I knew you was holding back. I knew we was holding you back. That's why we love the Chingling, because it at least counters this deck quite a bit. But it's only until you get set up, so nothing crazy there. Does it truly, just because I don't know all the damage calc here, it doesn't truly matter. Here, well, he doesn't know this, but it doesn't. He should be his only Sabrina here as well. 100. Can we hold that up? Because if he's running Cyrus, that would suck. $100. If he's running Cyrus, then this doesn't do anything for us, honestly. If he does have Cyrus, we lose just because of the retreat here. Another Sabrina, interesting. Double Sabrina, interesting. Well, we have to concede here. I don't think I've ever seen that play, a double Sabrina. I was more worried about a Cyrus coming out than anything, but a double Sabrina is interesting for that deck. I've seen it all. That's a very tough. I thought the biggest thing we had against that deck was pretty much wow, double Sabrina. I wonder why it runs that. I have no idea why. I've been seeing that deck. I don't get drawn to the meta decks, but when I see that deck, it does make me want to play it, but not because it's meta, but because it just seems very interesting, and it seems like a very easy deck to pilot. So I think when rank starts, I would definitely maybe just throw that deck together just for the easiness of it. But very interesting deck there. To see double Sabrina, I don't think I've ever seen it. I was super worried, mainly only really about, oh Lord, please don't start Orcorio. Of course you do. The lightning decks are crazy. Kind of really annoying always seeing them. Alright, let's see what we got. And they almost always lead Oricorio here, so it makes it very tough here into this matchup. But the good thing is, not the good thing I should say, but the better thing here is, and he starts with 5, so we should have a very strong chance here getting into okay, Indeedee. Alright, let's just throw everything down. X speed, then we'll copycat. And that is the play. And we should have a good chance of getting what we need. And if not, we do have make, so good deal. And I guess, yeah, for the chip damage. It doesn't matter here, I think. He tries another throw, enter another energy on next turn. That's okay, good. And that's why we run this deck. Do we worry about grabbing, because there are only other Espeon, and let's just research here. We do have an option to go into this way you're guaranteed to be knocked in 2 turns for sure if you try to attack next turn. If not, it's whatever. We'll heal up to 50 either way here, so we're like so confident here. So I'm not worried really. I was thinking about Maying there just to throw a May out there. Oh, he was maybe I should have Chingling again just to because then next turn this puts him in a bind here. So oh no, I doubt he retreats into Jolteon. Maybe this makes Jolteon work a lot better. You do know we still hit you for for a 50 ball here, right, sir? For a 40, right? That's the right combo. You might as well have just attacked there, cause but I see the vision there. No vision. All right, so good. And we don't lose we don't lose Espeon here either next turn. So just a lot of good. That just worked out really nicely for us. So 80 next turn, we could eat 80. Honestly, we'd probably just sub into Espeon and just save this Espeon on the back end. So it's all good. Ooh, or maybe not, because if we just honestly, if we just go ahead and take you out or pitch you in knockout zone, that's interesting. So let's just not even delay here. How much are we doing? Oh, only 60. Never mind then. It's not worth it. I think let's put a lot more pressure on with Espeon here. And I guess we just read here, honestly. Because he can, if he wants to Cyrus this turn, that's fine. Do what you got to do for that knockout. But then we're still so threatening on everything else. So unless unless something like red card comes out, or Mars, we're good. Even if Mars comes out, I'm still confident here. Cyrus, okay, yeah, that's a wasted play because you don't have a like. There's no value getting him now. But I guess that we get stronger the longer you play, so that's fine. But indeed, he kind of does the same thing. But I see why you maybe were scared of him, but it's fine. Because we're just so threatening now with the healing. But unfortunately, I don't like that play often. I really don't. I mean, you have to do that. That's the only way to counter Oricorio. But yeah, so he should just concede here, and we'll just call it a day here. Yep. Yeah, we'll just call it a day. Very interesting match. I've been playing a lot of Jolteon, and I think Pocket Mad dropped the video the other day. I didn't watch it all the way, but I think he mentioned something about a Jolteon deck, and I think he was implying. I didn't get to the part where he had Jolteon, but I think he was talking about he mentioned a Jolteon deck that's running Oricorio, and saying that that's maybe the best way to play Oricorio, and I think there is some truth to that. I think Oricorio right now is very strong with a Jolteon. And one thing I was thinking about while making Jolteon decks or playing Jolteon is he pairs. If you want the Jolteon, if a Jolteon deck is best paired with Leafeon, because Leafeon allows you to set up. If you go for turn 1, Jolteon allows you to set up a second Jolteon, a second Leafeon. It gives you so many options. I've been playing a lot. Go check out my Leafeon Jolteon video. Jolteon is really strong right now as well, just by itself. It was the first deck I was playing on this new meta, and it was so strong into just everything because all these decks are running such high energy. Charizard, such high energy draw. Charizard Moltres. So if you get Jolteon out early, like, it is so hard. Darkrai decks, Giratina decks, anything they're trying to run is so much. Hydreigon. Oh my God, Hydreigon gets bodied by Jolteon. Plus, it's doing damage to itself. It's so bad, and Hydreigon's so bad. So the only issue with Jolteon decks is Jolteon's HP is only 140. You have to run Leaf Bags. You have to run Professor's Poke Center, because Jolteon is pretty much able to get one-shotted by a lot of the old meta, not so much of the new meta. So long as it can survive 2 turns, just so you can get at least some value out of it and get a second Jolteon set up, that's really the only struggle with that deck. Other than that, it's just hoping you lead the right evolution when you need it. So sometimes you want to start Leafeon. Sometimes it's super good to go ahead and get Jolteon out as soon as possible. But yeah, it's a good deck. I like playing Jolteon. I wish I get the fancy Jolteon art card, but it's fine. If you guys did enjoy this, please give me a thumbs up and support the video, support the channel. I like making these videos for fun, but it does it does help motivate me to get a lot more content out when I get a lot of support from you guys. So I really appreciate when you guys do, thumbs up. And like I said this in like just end of almost every video. If you've heard my voice before and you've been on this channel before, please hit that subscribe button, because thank you for your support. But yeah, let's get up out of here. Like I said, this deck's been really, really interesting. It's just my own little experiment deck I've got going on. Nothing crazy, nothing new, just a lot of old stuff mixed with a lot of new stuff. So it's nothing special, but it is something I just kind of made on my own, and it works pretty decently when it wants to work. So anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. Real Diversity, man. We are out. Peace.